According to psychology today, an average person goes through between 25 to 50,000 thoughts per day. Thoughts. This is in addition to all the impressions you're taking in from your senses. If you multiply 50,000 thoughts by a month, that's about 1.5 million thoughts a month. 18 million thoughts a year. Imagine how many in a lifetime. There's a whole lot going on up there. So we shouldn't be surprised that every day we experience kind of an overload. Even if you feel like you didn't do all that much in one day, but you feel stressed at the end of the day, just imagine take a moment to reflect. How many things have gone into my mind through my senses? The senses are the gateway into the mind. It's just taking everything in. And another thing the mind does, I like to think of the mind as a magnifying glass. In that, when something difficult happens or something challenging happens with a colleague or family member or whatever, how many have experienced that the mind will magnify things? And then when you look back at it, you realize it wasn't that big a deal. I let it get out of control. So the mind very much does that. Now, take a moment and see if you think that some of the things were magnified. Maybe you made them to be much bigger than they actually were. You just have to reflect on it a little bit. But we don't. We just kind of go throughout our day, go throughout our life without thinking how I'm being affected by everything around me. And how maybe I'm blowing things out of proportion that don't need to be blown out of proportion. And we do that a lot. Somebody might walk by us and not say hello. Maybe they genuinely had something on their minds. But we get to our desk and it's like, okay, that's our enemy now. You know, I smiled at them and they didn't. That's the end of the world. That relationship is over. It's done. No more. Remember the meditation Pandit taught you at the beginning. You know, just do a couple of those and things will come back into proportion. Right? Really, it's really that important because the mind gets overloaded. It's like traffic going into the Holland Tunnel at 6 p.m. Right, on a Monday evening or something. That's what happens. If we don't take time out to release some of that pressure, everything that we experience is going to have some kind of a negative twist. It's going to be difficult.